Hey guys, got another 3v3 for you, Alvarus, sister battle gameplay. Now, this one is interesting. This replay is interesting because I actually get my butt kicked. All of us, we all get our butt kicked. All three players, we all get our butt kicked. But we were better at spending points than the other player. We were better at teching. So this is a replay where we lose every fight, but because we're better at teching, well, you'll see here in a bit. But basically, this replay is showing you you should definitely get the upgrades. Don't skip out on upgrades, and make sure you tech up. So that's basically what this replay is going to be. I'm going to go ahead and show you. Sister Battle, Space Marine, Eldar on Team 1. Imperial Guard, Orcs, and Dark Eldar. Now what's funny about this team is I'm pretty sure this team counters this team, right? Dark Eldar counters Space Marine, right? Dark Eldar counters Space Marine. And then you got Imperial Guard. Imperial Guard counters Sister Battle. Or at least I think so. Imperial Guard counters Sisters. And then you got Orcs. Orcs counters Eldar. So you got these hard counters in the match. But even with them being hard counters, you still have to know how to play the game. You have to be pretty good. Now these guys are not bad by any means. Team 2, these guys are not bad by any means. But they're just not as good as teching. So I'm going to go ahead and start it for you. This is just a lesson in spending your points. Okay, I'll go ahead and speed it up to the first fight. Nothing really happens. Normally I would explain things, but I explained this a million times by now.
Sisters of Battle reporting.
Okay.
Location secured and sanctified.
Now I expected a rush. Dark Eldar always rushes. Imperial Guard always rushes. I really did expect a rush, so that's why what I'm doing here. I was actually about to build a turret because I thought orcs would rush or something.
Praised be the Emperor for giving
You just
us
expect
this
a rush.
point.
You have 3 factions that have a really strong rush. So I was just expecting a rush. Now I don't remember if these guys picked these factions on purpose. I don't remember if these guys are Orc mains or Imperial Guard mains or anything like that.
Praised be the Emperor
That part I'm
for
kind of
giving
iffy
us
on.
this point.
Force Commander, Guardians, Dark Reapers. Now Dark Reapers without the Exarch are actually pretty bad. You really need the Exarch to make them good. Force Commander should win this fight. Dark Reaper's running away. You really need the Exarch. Sister Battle, I have what? 3 squads here. 3 squads losing to Dark Eldar. Upgraded listening posts from Space Marines. Kind of greedy. This is a bit of a greedy move. And with the Big Mech, you can easily take this out. It would get taken out in like 5 seconds. So very greedy. There we go. Now you got the X-Arc. The X-Arc boosts your damage by a lot. Good micro from the Eldar player. Double Commissar from Guard. Definitely not like weak players by any means. Double Commissar at 3 minutes. That's actually pretty solid.
Praised be the Emperor for giving us this.
No commander though, for the looks of it. Went for double Commissar instead. Getting pushed back. Sluggo boys. This is what I mean by orcs countering Eldar. Focusing down Eldar. What is that? 3 squads. 3 squads versus like 6 or 7 squads. Now, if these guys play their cards wrong, this can go down. Dark Eldar or Dark Reapers do a crap ton of damage. So if these guys play their cards wrong, they can lose everything. Focusing down the generator, very smart. Sister Battle sucks, so there's no way I can fight this. So I went ahead and harassed. Sister Battle are actually not that bad at harassing. So I'm harassing over here. I tried to fight here. My team really wanted me to fight, even though I knew I couldn't win. So I sent this squad over, even though I knew it would die. And there it is, it dies. I was like, I knew this squad would die, which is why I didn't want to fight. But they were like, hey, you gotta fight. They were like messaging me and all that. They were like, hey, you gotta fight. Now they start to pull back. Honestly, couldn't tell you why they pulled back. They could have. You should buy another big mech and just keep going. I couldn't tell you why he pulled back. Dark Elder tier 2. That's a very fast tier 2. Usually it's like 6 minutes. So he tier 2 around 4 minutes. Very greedy. Here I lose everything. And I knew this would happen too. I knew I'd lose everything. Because I knew fighting was a bad idea. So what's funny in this replay, what I think is funny in this replay is this Dark Elder guy gets the slag. The Dark Elder guy gets the slag here, and he has like 1,000,000 power, right? He has like 1,000,000 power of the slag, and he doesn't spend it, which confuses me. I expected him to have like 1,000,000 vehicles, but he doesn't. Orcs, this is Orcs. Orcs saying he'll tech, which is not a bad idea. I think Orcs teching is not a bad idea. You really need, I would say Storm Boys. Storm Boys can counter this, and I would say buy the Big Mech again. The Big Mech did really well. I would go ahead and buy that again. Celestians. Now I don't expect this one squad of Celestians to turn the tides, but we'll see. Here I get the assassin. If they do make commanders, I can start assassinating. If Guard gets the range upgrade, you can actually shoot these Dark Reapers. Just needs that range upgrade. And the range upgrade is like 100 points. So it's like dirt cheap. And Space Marines should get a Servo Skull, because the Servo Skull actually increases your shooting range. It increases your range by quite a bit. So normally, heavy bolters shoot around here. That's where they normally shoot at. But if you get a servo skull on the squad, they'll shoot around here, which is a pretty big increase. That's just a tip. Making assassin. Now this assassin didn't actually pan out, so I just use it as a spy. I wasn't able to assassinate anything, but I can use it as a spy. Listening post would it detect? This listening post would detect the spy. I could use the assassin as a defense. Like, say the Big Mac teleports, I can just assassinate it. Now the Space Marine player gets the slag around 9 minutes, which is pretty greedy, if you ask me. But the big difference in this match is this guy actually uses the power, while this guy here, this Dark Elder player, he doesn't make a million vehicles. You should have, if you have the slag. I think if you have the slag, you should get vehicles. You should be the vehicle guy. Now Sisters counters vehicles, but still, you should make vehicles. You can see the vehicles helping out. Oh yeah, he did remake the Big Mac. That's a good decision. He actually upgrades these banners, which is interesting. You don't see that too often. Not even in like 1v1s. You don't see people upgrading these. Upgraded banners are actually really good. At least I think so. Now this is a difference between someone who techs and someone who doesn't. We have a much smaller army than our opponent. These guys have like 5 squads and we have like 4, and we still win the fight. And that's the difference between someone who techs and someone who doesn't. And Storm Boys could have made a huge difference here. You could Storm Boys this squad, you could Storm Boys this squad. Storm Boys would have made a huge difference. Now it's not over yet. They still have a lead on us. See, he's got the slag here, but he's not really using it. Here I harass. Celestians are really good at harassing. You see how quick this building went down. They're really, really good at harassing. If all else fails, you should harass with the Celestians. Try to take this building down, but this building is actually getting repaired and it ends up in a fail. I don't know if he has the optics or not. The Eldar optics. This Eldar player lost a lot. Now I'm tier 3. The Confessor wouldn't do a whole lot here. The Confessor is kind of useless at this point. The only thing the Confessor would be good for is like say they teleport over here, or a Stormboy squad shows up over here. I can stun it with the Confessor, and that's pretty much it. So I skip the Confessor. Unless they counterattack us, the Confessor's kind of useless. Now here we're kind of in the standstill, and I know these basilisks. Now this is where I think everyone kind of dropped the ball. I think every player really dropped the ball at this moment here. This guy here is not spending his power, like at all. This guy here has like 900 power, not using it. This orc player is actually doing nothing. Just actually nothing. So this orc player kind of dropped the ball. I don't know if he was talking to someone or what, or maybe he was lagging on his end. Couldn't tell you, but this orc player kind of went AFK. Nice building setup, actually. He actually has a really nice building setup. I respect this. Then you have Imperial Guard. Imperial Guard said he was going to attack. I always disagree with triple Basilisk. Triple Basilisk is just overkill. You can see my squad getting shot at one at a time instead of three at a time. You'd think it'd be three at a time because there's three of them, but I'm actually getting shot at one at a time. So Triple Basilisk is something I always disagree with. And I think this is where everyone really just dropped the ball. So you'll see here a lot of mistakes. Again, not bad players. I think they could beat standard AI. I think everyone here could beat standard AI. Not bad players at all, but I think they really just messed up around here. Every player. Looks like Eldar is still recovering. Goes to show you how much Eldar lost. It's really hard to recover after losing all your buildings. That's a really rough, it's really rough to come back from that. Orcs say they're teching, but they're actually AFK. Guard says he's teching, but no he's got the Tactica, but he's not buying anything. You really want the range upgrade, at least. Triple Basilisk is useless. Exorcist for me. This is to counter the artillery. You counter artillery with artillery. You go into this like artillery war. That's basically how it works. You could also make a rhino and try your luck. But basically, the way to counter artillery is with artillery. That's basically, you get into this artillery war. And that Exorcist cost me like 300 power. So that's 300 power every time I make one. Eldar tries its luck. Again, you really want the Exarch. Without the Exarch, fire dragons suck. But these grav tanks are great. These grav tanks are doing all the work. Nice teamwork with the Storm Boys. This is why Storm Boys are important. They counter, you can see them countering Eldar. And this is why I was confused. Orcs could have pushed like an hour ago. Orcs could have pushed all of this like an hour ago, but they just chose not to. So I found that very confusing. Did take out a couple generators. I think that was just from the grav tank. Oh. 30 health points. This grav tank actually looks upgraded. I think it starts out at 15. So this grav tank looks upgraded. I'm guessing is upgraded. So yeah, you basically get into this artillery war. And you can use attack here to outrange each other. Now here's the Land Raider. Now this is basically the whole point of the video. This one player beat all three players. You really gotta spend your resources. This Imperial Guard player hit tier 3 and has 1,000. He has 1,000 requisition and 1,000 power. I'll show you here in a second. Yeah, this guy here has 1,000 requisition and 1,000 power, and he's just not spending it. He can make Castigans, he can make Ogrins. Ogrins would have been great here. You can use Ogrins to counter the Land Raider. You can use Triple Priest. Triple Priest would counter. You can counter the Grey Knights. He is tier 3, so you can do Fanaticism. You can snipe the Terminators, right? You can use an Assassin, snipe the Terminators. There's so many things you can do. There's so many things you can do to stop this. You can put down a second HQ. You can put an HQ like right here. There's so many ways Guard could have stopped this. So this is basically a lesson on spending your money. And Dark Eldar has like 2,000 power and is just kind of doing nothing. And Orcs Orcs actually has a terrible economy. I don't think he has any of the economy upgrades. Orcs economy is just garbage. And he built this mech shop and didn't use it. You don't need the mech shop. You don't need the mech. Sorry. You don't need the mech shop to go tier 3. You actually don't need. You don't need anything to go tier 3 with orcs. You just need banners. If you build like 6 banners, you can go tier 3. You actually don't need these buildings. So that's a tip for you. If you're going tier 3, you don't need this mech shop. See, you can assassin Terminators. There is a lot of Terminators though, so you can Earthshake. Earthshake would be great right now. You can Earthshake this. He's got 1,000 resources. You can Earthshake, triple Earthshake, you know. There's so many ways Guard could have pushed this back, and that's what makes it depressing. There's a million ways Guard could have pushed this back. And with orcs being AFK, orcs is kind of useless. And Dark Elder really should have like a million vehicles, like Ravens, just every vehicle. Ravens would have been great. And if you make vehicles of Dark Elder, you really want the health upgrade. If this Talos had the health upgrade, it would have gotten a lot more kills. And I'm actually running away from Dark Elder. Dark Elder's army is stronger than mine. Dark Elder had more resources than me with the slag. So I'm actually running away from Dark Elder's army. It is stronger than mine. But he just didn't use his points right. Guard quit. Kind of a lame move to quit there. You could have delayed these guys by a long time. You could have gave these players like a good 2 minutes or so. It's a kind of a jerk move to quit there. Giving your teammates a good 2 or 3 minutes can change everything. Where the Emperor? Triple Commander. Probably has an Orbital Strike. You just need the one Dreadnought to take all this out. This is kind of overkill. One Dreadnought is all you need to take all this out. Dark Elder is trying. I'll give him that. Yeah, you can see no economy upgrades. No, like, even no teching either. This guy needs a tech. No upgrades either. The vehicles weren't upgraded. And it's 18-minute mark too, so there's no real excuse. You really should have everything by now. And there you go, that's game over. So that's a lesson in spending your points. I know I'm floating, but I'm waiting for my population upgrades to activate. I reached my maximum population. And these population upgrades take forever, so that's why I'm floating. And yeah, that's it for that one. Eldar, in all honesty, should have been taken out. Space Marines, all you needed is one Storm Boys, and you could have taken out Space Marines. There's so many ways this could have went. There's a million different ways this could have went. And that one Talos could have taken me out. That Talos could have just taken out my whole army. So that Talos could have just one-shotted, you know, everything I got. So yeah, very strange game. He actually used the Talos to get souls, which is weird. You can do that, but the Talos is really strong. So it's kind of weird to use it for souls. And there you go. There you go. Now you got the X-Arc. Yeah, you need the X-Arc on everything to actually make it. If you're playing Eldar, you always need the Exarch. Without the Exarch, the squad sucks. So you always need the Exarch. Got the Confessor. Confessor did pretty much nothing. The Confessor is kind of just there. So, yeah, Confessor did not pay off at all. But, yeah, that's it for that one. We actually lost every fight. But we still end up winning. We out-tacked them. This Space Marine player was very greedy. I'm guessing the Space Marine player just wanted to go tier 4 right away. Very greedy. He's a very, very greedy player. And yeah, I guess this is a replay where greed worked out. And yeah, there you go. Another thing Imperial Guard should have done was make more mechanized commands. If you're going all out on vehicles, you really should build 2 or 3 mechanized command, especially with how much he was floating. And yeah, there you go. This is a replay where I should have lost but didn't. So we really should have lost. Eldar should have went down. I should have went down to the Talos. There's a lot of reasons. There's a million things that went wrong in this one, but pretty good action. A lot of explosions. So hopefully you like it. And yeah, guess that's it. I would show you the end screen. As soon as my dad stops talking, I can start talking. I'm waiting for my dad to shut up. Anyways, I would show you the end screen, but obviously Space Marine. Anyways, I would show you the end screen. I would show you the end screen. I would show you the end screen, but Space Marine was obviously the best player. The Space Marine guy was obviously the best player, but he was very greedy. Very, very greedy. And yeah, I guess that's the end of it. I was about to make another HQ. I was floating really hard. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for that. Thanks for watching. Bye.